Jasmine and Brian have a son together, and even though they're divorced and in new relationships, they've agreed to be co-parents. And they have come together today to find out if someone is molesting their little boy. Everyone involved is a suspect, including the child's grandmother, Ellie. Take a look.
Something happened to my stepson. He started acting out really bad. I think someone's touching on him. We're going to be questioning myself, his dad, Brian, and his grandma, Ellie, to try and figure out what's going on because we have great concern about him.
My mother lived with my ex and her husband for years on end, babysat, and we never thought we would worry about this ever with her because it was her grandchild and we thought we could trust her. But I mean, it's happening. When I confronted my mother, she denied everything. She told me I would never do such things and tried to reason with me and get me to agree with her. We can't start a healing process or a therapeutic process for him until we find out where it's coming from and we put an end to it.
If she fails, she needs to turn herself in. She needs to go to the law enforcement, turn herself in, let CPS finish the case, let her son go back to seeing his dad again, and let everything get back to normal as possible.
I really hope that this is not true, that my mother would never do this to my son. But if she fails, I'm going straight to the local authorities.
I understand that all kids have this curiosity thing, but it's different. Little boys don't go exposing themselves to other people. Little boys don't try molesting other kids. And in the last just about 3 years, it's been an on and off battle. I've done almost everything in my power to make sure that I'm protecting him the best that I could. And somebody here took away his innocence. They either did something I feel in front of him or to him, and I'm angry and I'm hurt. And everybody that's here has this giant role in his life. I mean, his dad and my husband and his grandmother, and I mean, shoot, even the dad's girlfriends kind of weaseled their way into his heart, and to find out that one of them did something or showed him something, or however it played out, they took away the part of him being a kid. She went crazy. She got kicked out of my house. She watched for a couple of days. He spent the weekend there, and then right after that, I was at work and I got a phone call saying that molested another child.
For you to be blaming me for something I didn't do when I was living with you, I was babysitting all 3 of your children. I was being a good grandma to all 3 of them kids. I didn't do anything wrong.
You favored one. And my kids aren't your only grandkids. You have other grandkids, so why obsess over one? You came to my house and pounded on my damn door for, 20 minutes and then left because nobody came to the door. Many, many times, at least 4 that I can count. And then the last time you did, I got in your face and I told you, you come back to my house, 1, you're gonna get your ass beat. 2, the cops are gonna be called. Stay away from my son. What did you do that day, Ellie? What did you do, huh? You went to the bus stop and stole him off the bus.
I didn't steal him off the bus.
Nobody gave you.
All I wanted to do was see my grandson.
Okay.
And I turned around and I dropped him off.
And told him that I didn't love him because I wouldn't let him see your crazy ass?
If you're being investigated and they told you to stay away, why didn't you stay away?
Steve, I've been involved in this child's life.
Since he's been alive?
Right. And I've had taken my grandson occasional times, Thanksgiving, weekends, birthdays. I've been there every birthday.
I understand that. You're being a good grandmother. But if you're being told you have to stay away, why don't you listen to that?
Because she don't understand. I have emotions with my grandson. And then it's not being crazy.
Do you think your grandson was sexually molested?
No, I don't know if he's been sexually molested.
Did you sexually molest him?
No.
Brian.
I'm bad. You did this. You're disgusting.
Brian.
Language.
I witnessed the Craigslist ad. I watched make it. I watched
I don't know what you're talking about.
I watched guys message you off of Craigslist, call you, text you.
To the house in the middle of the night
you
for
are
a quickie.
disgusting. Taylor doesn't know you because I don't want her to know you. I don't want her to know that part of my family because you're disgusting.
Language.
I told you once and I'll tell you again, I don't want you a part of my life. I don't want you a part of my son's life. I don't want you a part of my new son's life. I don't want you around.
Did you do anything with this kid?
Never.
Nothing inappropriate?
Nope.
What I can say about Corey is he has stepped up to the plate for my son. He's taken care of him. He's been a great stepfather.
Corey, you came here and took a lie detector test. You're probably the last guy on stage who would do anything with this kid, I think. But you came here to prove your innocence, and we asked you, did you ever touch Jasmine's son for your own sexual gratification or pleasure? You answered no. You told the truth. Brian took a lie detector test. And we asked him, did you ever touch your son for your own sexual pleasure or gratification? You answered no. You told the truth.
I never even believed it for a second. Not even a minute. Not even.
Find out.
Not even for
You're
a
going
minute.
to prison.
You know, I ain't worried.
Before we read that, can I ask a question?
Sure.
So you're such a caring grandma, and you didn't do anything. Why is it every single weekend you insisted he sleep in your room with you?
Why'd you try to
Every
kidnap
weekend.
him? Why are you going for grandparents'
You
rights?
away.
Let's find out.
He didn't sleep in my room every other weekend. He slept in my room because he liked spending time with me watching movies.
Okay, but personal
And you
space.
guys never said anything about it because you guys didn't.
But when we said no, what happened? You freaked out.
I
You
did not
yelled.
freak
You
out.
tried to
I
kidnap
took
him.
him out of your room and you got in my face.
We asked you, did you ever sexually touch your grandson? You answered no. And your lie detector test, you did not tell the truth.
It's not just him.
I think that this test is reliable. I think that you probably did sexually touch your grandson.
No, I did not, Steve.
Well,
I've never touched him.
here's the problem we have. Your grandson is acting out like he was touched. And then you come on the show and you fail for touching him. So I don't know. That's pretty good evidence that maybe you have done something to him.
I've never done anything to my grandson but love him.
I conducted 3 polygraph tests on Ellie, and the results were startling. She had dramatic reactions when she was asked the question about sexually touching her grandson. For this test, she needed to be a +1 or higher to pass. She needed to be a -3 or lower to fail. Her score on this question was a -11, and she had it repeatedly throughout the 3 polygraph tests.
Get your son help, and I hope it all works out for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
If you like what you see, all new episodes are coming, and you do not want to miss out. Click subscribe now.